Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Dungeon Meshi episode number 1 reaction. Okay, this is a brand new anime that has started and now most of the anime, not most but a lot of the animes that I react to, usually I have like read the manga a little bit at the beginning and stuff. However, this one's an exception. I actually haven't read it or I have no clue about what this is. I'm going in blind. However, I do know that this is quite popular. I've seen a lot of people talk about Dungeon Meshi, and I also know I think like this anime has actually the manga has actually ended, so there's a possibility we might get like a full adaptation. So I'm looking forward to this, and I've decided to react to it. So let's see what this is about. I have no idea what this is about from the title, and I guess like the summary. I'm guessing it has something to do with dungeons and food. So yeah, let's see what this is about. So this is episode number 1 of Dungeon Meshi. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Small village. Oh, right. Okay. Delicious in dungeon. I prefer Dungeon Meshi. I'm gonna call it Dungeon Meshi because I feel like it's better. Right. Damn, we begin with a dragon. Okay. So he's a tank, this guy? We are hungry. Wait, what? Ah, because they're hungry. Oh, damn, that's bad. Right. Hello, you're in the middle of a battle. Focus. Oh my god. Whoa. Okay, I wasn't expecting that though. Oh my god. Okay, that. Oh, so she teleported him out of there. Oh, everyone else as well. Okay. Hmm. She's. Yeah. We almost had two. Wait, what? Oh my god, resignation. Just left, I guess. Yeah. Wait, one thing I'm feeling a little bit. Why is he's so calm? His sister got. Okay, it's a bit weird that how he's like taking this so calmly. Like, oh, your sister just almost got eaten. I don't even know if she's alive. Right, these people are so calm about this. What? Oh, oh, she's going to try to avoid it. But then, how is he going to defeat the dragon? He's alone. Hmm. Yeah. Who? Oh, he's a thief. Okay, or something like that. Thief or rogue or something like that. Okay, sign this contract. Here we go. Just in case. Wait. Oh my god. So he's going to. Wow. So what? You're going to jump on grass? Maybe hunt the. Yeah. We'll eat monsters too. No, not that. Okay, what? Yeah, zombies? Okay. Hey, yo. There's someone. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh no. Wait, what? What the hell? Yeah. Well, let's eat the mushroom then. I knew it. I knew he was going to do it. Yep. You know what? I guess I can understand a mushroom, but not a zombie. Uh, yeah. You just I don't know. Boil it. Oh, there you go. You got your wish. I think. Scorpion. Can you eat scorpion? I don't know. Busting space. Hmm. I see. Damn. But he got his scorpion. Probably. So I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna make in the middle of a. I guess. Well, ah, nice. Okay, you knew something, got to know something new. Yeah, I can see the mushroom. Oh my god, please. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, don't. Like, bruh. Oh, he's an expert in this. Yeah, like a crab, I guess. Kind of. The book is trash. The cook one. He is an expert. Hmm. Ooh. Ah. Well, who needs a book? We have him. He can help us. Oh. Oh. The guy. Okay, just wash it. You know. Oh my god. Is that slime? What the hell? Ah! My first death? Wait, so they. Oh, do they. Can they resurrect? Is that why they're so calm about his sister? Interesting. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Ah. Yeah, there you go. He's gonna eat the slime as well. Damn, this guy is. He knows his stuff. Wow. Ah, it's like. It's like, like a bread, a pizza type. Oh. Yep, 10 years. Mm. He can be your teacher, you know? Mm. I'm guessing he's very happy that, as he said, finally some people are here who actually is interested in making food from walking water. Like, okay, it's probably going to be delicious, and the girl will be like, oh wow. Mm. Come on, at least give it a try. It's being cooked, so it's fine, you know? I think. Oh, it's like noodles. Oh my god. Yeah. Go upside down in the dungeon. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Senshi. Wait, doesn't senshi in Japanese mean like warrior or something? Yeah. He'll be like, wait, can I cook him? Oh, slowly. Okay. Wait, so she'll be just inside his stomach. You'll be like, I want to cook him. I want to cook the dragon. Okay. Ah, there you go. Steak, dragon steak, dragon burger. Yeah, he. Well, first we need to bring the sister out, but then we can cook it. Fire of golden castle. Oh, so it's like that. Okay. Oh. What the? Hello? What was that noise that she made? Yeah. You just ate. What the hell? Yeah, what monster should we eat this time? Yeah. Hmm. Big bad big rat. Yeah, no, not goblin. No, you cannot eat that. Come on, you cannot eat an armor, it's metal. Ah. Hmm. Wow. Okay. Oh my god, no. You cannot eat those fruit. Those fruits eat you. Ah. Like a spider or kind of like that. It doesn't digest them. Oh. True. Yeah. I feel like. Uh, oh, okay. She used her magic. Yes. Okay, please just don't burn them completely. You know, we need to eat them. That's why. But oh my god. Yeah. I was gonna say you're just gonna burn it. Ah. Oh my god. Hey! What? Oh. Yeah, I can understand. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, the root. Nice. That was quick. No, she's not Daijobu. Oh my god. Oh. Damn. Yeah. Oh my god. You have some weird. This guy has some weird. Oh my god. Hmm. Oh, we've covered the fry pan with it. Hmm. She burned it. Okay. Oh, it's like pizza. Yay! Oh yeah. Hmm. She is. She has to eat it. Oh wow. Uh. Oh boy. It's like, but they cannot cook. Animals can't cook. You know. Yeah, just that. Why is? Oh my god. Yeah, like, whoa. Here we go. This is what I was saying. Yeah, this resurrection exists in this world. That's why they're so chill about their sister being. What the hell? Yeah. Well, Eat or be eaten. Oh my god. Okay, wow, that was an interesting beginning. Wait, is this bump of chicken? Yeah, isn't it? Wait a minute. Yeah, it's bump of chicken. This is that guy who left us. That's a new character. Oh, these are like giants. Right. Yeah, you got bump of chicken. All right. I have to say, like seeing the opening, I can see there's a lot of varied characters here. A lot of interesting character designs. I like that. Okay, that is it. Or is there something else? No, that's it. Okay, that was this episode. Right. Okay, you know what? This is interesting. This is kind of like, like a food like related show, however in the dungeon using monsters. Like we've seen a lot of food related show where characters make different food, like a few I think months ago, or yeah, a few months ago, we like recently had like that one, what was it called, campfire cooking or something, like the one that Mappa, like the one which Mappa did. There's this guy who makes a contract with like a wolf, and he has this ability to like buy food from the real world using like a market app or something like that, and he makes like delicious food, you know and stuff like that. And he also uses like I remember him using like monster materials as well. However, he did use like actual food as well. However, this is purely like just focused on using like things in the dungeon to make food, which is kind of interesting because like like we are accustomed to seeing animes which use like actual ingredients to make food. There's also another anime I remember. There's this one guy who had like a little diner, and in like the middle of like a dimension or something, and different characters from different worlds used to come to that diner, and he used to make food for them. Yeah. Even there, even though it was fantasy related, the food that characters make are actually like actual foods using actual ingredients. So that's why we would be like, oh damn, this looks really good, something like that. However, the interesting thing about this manga, this anime, is that you cannot expect how it's going to turn out. Like at first they're talking about like, oh, let's use like a mushroom plant monster, let's use slime and all these things, and you're like, okay, what are they going to make with this? And then they make something like resembling like an actual food, and you're like, damn, that's interesting. Unlike all the other animes where if they like say that, oh, we're going to use this to make something, you can at least kind of guess, being like, okay, they're using milk, they're using I don't know, like some kind of like stuff, like these type of things. Maybe they're going to make like this type of a dish. However, here you're literally clueless unless and until they make the thing. Like, because all these ingredients are freaking materials from the dungeon. Like, they use like slime, and they're using like, like some weird stuff. Like scorpion juice or something like that. They're using. So it's interesting. You're just, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what to expect. Oh my god, that's kind of interesting. Also, one thing I felt very weird about this anime is the way they nonchalantly they were like, "Oh, my sister almost got eaten. Okay, let's go and have some food, and then after getting some proper materials, we'll then go in." I think the biggest reason behind that is because resurrection exists in this world. That is why they're not really that I guess you could say, concerned. They're like, yeah, she'll be fine, and even if she dies, we can cast resurrection on her, or something like that. Even that girl, what's her name? I forgot her name. The elf girl. She also said something like, "Oh, my first death was in the hands of a slime." First death. That means she has died before and she's come back. So that means, now if that is the case, if resurrection and things like that actually exist in this world, it makes so much sense why they're not panicking. You know, about like especially the brother is not panicking about the sister. He's taking this very calmly, you know, and it makes sense why they treat death as such a trivial thing. If they can bring people back to life, it makes sense. um so yeah, like at the beginning I was so confused. I was like, wait, why is he even not a little bit concerned? Like he should be like, oh no, I need to immediately go back and help my sister, bring my sister out of there, otherwise she'll die or something. And he's taking it so calmly. He's like, all right, oh, our people went away, let's have some food, let's do this. Yeah, he was concerned. He was like, we need to go and rescue her before she gets digested. But still there was like a very calmness in her, in his voice, which was so uncharacteristic, you know. And I was like, right, what's going on here? There you go, it answers my question. There's death exists here, but I think you can bring people back to life. And that's why they're not really that much concerned, you know. Because even with that guy, you know, that guy, the one who got eaten by that plant, um the elf girl, wait, what's her name? The elf girl's name, you know what, let me check. Like the elf girl, she was like, oh, yeah, should I cast resurrection on him? She said something like that. So yeah, that makes me think that they can actually bring back people to life. Martial, that's her name. Okay. Right. So, you know, overall, this was a great beginning. It's basically making food using dungeon monsters and stuff found in the dungeon. And yeah. And then there's this dude, what's his name? Senshi, who was like, oh, you guys, you know, like, finally I found people who actually shares my hobby, that is making stuff from using dungeon materials. And he seemed really genuinely, he was like, yeah, you know what, I've been researching on this for 10 years, but people are not really that interested, but you guys seem interested in it, so, you know. And I'm sure he's like happy about the fact that finally he has some, like, he's come across some like-minded people. Even though it's mainly one person, that is this guy, what's his name? Laios, yeah, it's mainly Laios who's the most interested in it, while the other guy, what was his name, Chickchuck, no, Chilchak, he's pretty neutral on this, while Martial is like, oh, I don't want to eat it. But then when they make the food and they feed her that, she's like, oh, this is quite tasty, okay. Maybe I can get behind this. Kind of like that. So yeah, at least finally he has met some like-minded people, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, okay, so here in this episode we actually get to see how many food. Wait a minute, the first food that we get to see is the scorpion broth using the mushroom and stuff, you know. That's the first one. The next one that we get to see is the thing, that thing, that the one where they use the plants, you know, like the carnivorous plants. That one. So they made two food. Yeah, they made two food during this what do you call it, during this episode. So yeah. Oh, another thing I didn't realize is Trigger is animating this. Interesting. Okay, Trigger is actually animating this. I wasn't okay. Right. So, yeah, that was this episode. Now, great start. Like I said, I'm looking forward to whatever this show is going to bring. Like I said, genuinely, like, you know, it's surprising, like what food, like it's actually like a surprise, like what food they're going to make, and it's going to be interesting to see, because you cannot guess. The raw materials that they're using for the food, the ingredients they're using for the food are literally monsters, so you cannot guess what they're going to make up until the very end. And it's always a surprise. Okay, so there you go, that was this episode. Okay, now I'm going to talk about this episode scene by scene, in a more detailed fashion. So, okay, you know what? I'm going to read the first section because they kind of give a little backstory of the whole, like the setting. Okay, it all started in a small village. Um, One day, a rumble in the ground caused a rift under the cemetery. Okay, rumble in the ground causes a rift under the cemetery, right? From which a single man appeared. He claimed to be the king of a once prosperous kingdom. He states that the once glorious land continues to be held captive deep underground. So there's like a kingdom underground, which is being held captive by the hands of a mad magician. Okay, to whomever defeats this magician, he offers everything this kingdom has. After he imparts his words, he turns to dust and vanishes. Interesting. So that's like the whole setting about this. And obviously underground there's like these dungeons and everything where the monsters are there. And okay, there's a few things they explain here. I'm going to read the next section again. Later on they talk about what the monsters actually are. I'm going to read that part as well because I need to understand the setting of this. Okay, next we get to see our group. This group is fighting the monsters here. um and we have Laios, who's the tank, his sister, who's the healer, I'm guessing, Marciel, who's the mage, um, Chick, Chick, what was his name? Chichuk? No, yeah, something like that. He is the thief of the group, I'm guessing, like like a thief or rogue, whatever you call it. Then we have this guy who looks like a samurai, samurai of the group, and then we have this, I think, girl. We saw her in the opening, I think. She looks like a warrior or something. Okay, so they're fighting the dragon, and the crazy thing is, Laios literally stopped, and Laios is like, "Oh, like, you know what? I'm hungry. Like, what the hell? Like, we need some food. We kind of like messed up looking at the map, and now we don't have food, and so we're hungry. We cannot do it properly." And he was so distracted that the dragon was going to eat him, but his sister saved him, and he's like, "Oh no, we're all dead." And then the sister is like, "Run," and uses her teleportation magic or something to transport him out of there. Now, obviously, I was like, "Oh, he's probably going to be like, oh no, my sister, like, we need to go back." But the fact that he was so chill at the beginning really threw me off, like I said. But then eventually I got to realize that I guess this like resurrection exists in this world, so death isn't really a crazy thing. I'm guessing even if someone dies, they can probably go to like a town and go to like the church or something and tell the the people in charge there, the priests over there, to be like, "Oh, one of my members are dead. Can you resurrect them back?" And I'm guessing for like a little fee, they probably like resurrects you. Or if you have someone like Marciel who can use resurrection magic, she can literally cast a resurrection spell on the person and they'll come back to life. I'm guessing it's something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it seems like. And it would answer why he's so calm about the fact that his sister is almost got eaten, and she's going to die very soon, or she might die. Anyways, so you can see that, like, obviously he's at first he was like, "Okay, we need to go back," but then Marcel is like, "Oh, but like, all our stuff is gone. It's just in the dungeon, and two people left, the samurai guy and I think the other girl. I think that's a girl. I'm not sure if that's a girl or a boy. um those two have left. So only ones who are left now are Chilchak and Laios and Marcial. So yeah, so they're like, "What should we do?" Now they don't have enough materials to buy more stuff. They don't have enough money. So they're like, "Okay, so you know what? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, here we go. I think I missed this part. They explain it here. Um, my little sister would get digested while you get everything ready. Um, There's that person who wants to revive someone from shreds, right? Have they revived someone from poop? Yeah. So, okay, the problem here is they need to save her before she gets digested. But the thing is, like, if she dies, it's fine. They can revive her. However, if they get digested or like shredded completely, there's a possibility that might not, like, they might be able to revive her. I see. Interesting. So that's why they're trying to hurry at least a little bit. But we get to know later on. I think that guy, the dwarf guy, he kind of told us that, oh, like dragons take a long time to digest, so it's fine. So there you go. Yeah, I think while reacting, I missed this part. But like eventually I get to know that, and I do wonder how they do this whole resurrection, because if someone doesn't have like a party member like Marciel in that with them, who can cast resurrection magic, I'm guessing they probably have to go to the temple or the church or something like that, where, like, I'm guessing there's like people who can actually revive them, and I'm guessing they do that for like a fee, like a little bit of money or something like that, because that's how it usually works in, like, most JRPGs. So yeah, that would be my guess. Anyways, so here he comes up with an idea. He's like, all right, you know what? One thing we can do, you to leave the party, you sell all of your stuff to give me the extra money. I'm going to buy proper materials and armor and, like, like stuff for me. And I'm going to go in, avoid as many monsters as possible, grab my sister and get out of there. That's what I'm going to do. So that's his plan. However, Marcel is like, oh no, I also want to go and help out. I also want to save Falin. She's my best friend as well. And she also says, like, how strong my magic is, so you're obviously going to need me. While Chilchak is also like, yeah, and my like lockpicking skills, you need that. So there you go. I love how Laios is like, all right, you guys are sure about this? You cannot go back now on your words. Like, be 100% sure. Right. Anyways, so here we come across the brilliant idea of Laios. He's like, we're going to go and hunt for monsters in the dungeon and use them as ingredients for our food. So that's how we don't need to spend, like money on food. So and we'll have a good filled stomach. And you can see he was already planning on doing this. He has this whole, like, book and everything where it's like written what to do and what not to do. Now at the beginning he says, like, all right, you know what, there's a few stuff that we can eat, and they kind of shows stuff like a tree, birds, like a fish kind of thing, like a rabbit, while while Martial is thinking about zombies and these, like, specters, demons, these type of things. And she's like, oh no, no, we're not going to eat those. Like, yeah, who the hell even is going to eat a zombie? Like, I don't know. Like, obviously this show is like, oh, we need to get food from monsters. I don't think they're going to go that far. Like, like using zombies for food. Nah, that is like wrong in so many levels. I don't think they're going to go that far. Hopefully, I don't know, but let's see. Because you just think about it, zombies, like, first of all, they're rotten, number one. Number two, zombies are actually humans, if you think about it like that. So you're literally like eating humans. They're not humans at that point. Still, the thought of that, like, so you're eating rotten humans. How? No, I cannot. I don't think they're going to go that far. Hopefully they don't. Good God. Like, yeah, you can eat slime, you can eat, like, like mushrooms and stuff, like scorpions, but not zombies. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. Good God. Right. So after that, we see, like, there's like a little mushroom chasing some adventurers. So she gets the mushroom and he's like, oh, our first ingredient, here we go. Yeah. So he's like, all right, you know what, mushrooms are well and good, but we need a few more. Let's get a scorpion. And he goes to okay, you know what, I'm going to read this part. They explain a little bit more about the whole situation again, the background, the whole structure of this world. Despite being a dungeon, many people come and go, making it a bustling place for adventurers and merchants. A former cemetery, it was once a sacred place where villagers slept in peace, but once it was connected to the dungeon 6 years ago, it became the liveliest place in the village. Okay. They say monsters emerge from the depths of the dungeon. It's unclear whether a forbidden spell transformed terrestrial creatures or if they were summoned from the world of monsters, but they have an odd appearance and attack humans as if they're trying to protect something. But they served as the only proof we have that the cursed form of prosperous capital truly exists. Right, interesting. So that means monsters didn't exist in this world before that whole thing happened. Before that king came out and he was like, oh, we have a kingdom over there. Anyone who's able to get that will get everything from me, or something like that, he said. And so before that happened, monsters didn't exist. From that point onwards, when the cemetery got connected to the dungeon, monsters started appearing from the depths. So, okay, interesting. So, monsters actually don't exist in the surface, that would mean. That's what I'm guessing. Unless and until some of the monsters from the dungeon, like, come to the surface. Unless and until that happens, the monsters should only be confined in the dungeons. So, outside in the surface world, I don't think there's monsters, is there? We need to we need to get to know that. I'm sure they'll explain it eventually, but for now, that's what I guess, because they're literally saying that monsters are emerging from dungeons. So that would mean in the surface there shouldn't be any monsters. So people should be living in peace in the surface, I'm guessing. I don't know. Anyways, right. What the thing about this is? It seems like a normal JRPG kind of thing, but the situation in this world is very chill compared to all the other like JRPG situations that we see. Because usually in JRPGs or these type of fantasy worlds, there's usually like a demon lord. You have to fight them. The demon lord is sending like demons and minions to attack the human towns and the places, and the heroes have to save them and stuff like that. It usually happens. So human beings are in constant threat of getting killed by demons outside the world. However, this seems like it's only confined to the dungeons, and the people who are coming to the dungeons and defeating and fighting the monsters, they're just doing that as a to earn money and stuff, something like that, and to like go and like explore the dungeon, something like that. It's like a adventure. If people do not want to get involved in this whole thing, they can just live their life peacefully in the surface. People who are really interested, they come here and do that. They put themselves in these type of threatening situations. Another thing that makes it so chill is the fact that it can resurrect people. So even if someone freaking dies in the dungeon, like if they have like a party member with like resurrect spell, they can immediately resurrect that person. Or I'm guessing they can probably bring a priest from the other places, hire a priest and then resurrect the character or something like that. They can do it. That's what I'm guessing. That's why again it is very chill in that sense, because even if someone dies, they can probably like 90% of the time they can be brought back. So that is why this, at least from the first episode, I don't think there's like an actual threat. And that's interesting, because most of the shows that we see, it's always like, oh, the demon lord is going to attack us, he's going to destroy the world, he's going to like control the world or something like that, and the monsters are always attacking them. It's nothing like that, I guess. All right. I guess that is why they're so chill about this whole situation. They're like, oh, let's hunt monsters and eat them. Good God. Right. Yeah, I can see it's kind of like a slice of life in a weird way, even though it isn't really slice of life, because this is literally a fantasy world. Like, it's a fantasy world slice of life cooking show with a little bit of fighting, I'm guessing. Okay, now anyways, you can see Laios gets their hand on the scorpion, and Chilchak is like, wait, you seem very much prepared for this. Like, were you actually thinking about doing this from the beginning? Right, anyways, oh my god, he says something very weird here. He says like, I've never told you this, but I love monsters. From their appearance and cries to their ecology, I wanted to know their taste. Chilchak is like, he's a psychopath. Yeah, I agree. What the hell? I like a thing so much, I want to eat it. Good God. Anyways, so he's like, all right, let's make this. So he's like making the mushroom, cutting the mushroom using the scorpion, and trying to boil it. And he tries to eat it, but it's like very disgusting. And then in comes this guy, Senshi, and he's like, oh, you're using like a scorpion. All right, you know what? Let me tell you how to properly do it. And he like gives them like all tips and tricks, like kind of cuts it and shows them the proper way to cut the mushroom as well. And you know, and then he's like, all right, you know what? We need some little spice, like like spice in this. It's going to be very bland. We need some seasoning in this. So he goes and like takes out like a little root from the dungeon, a little bit of a like a little moss kind of thing. And Marcel is like, okay, you know what? Monsters I can understand, but these things that you're taking from this, these are actually in the cemetery. You're going to use these things, like. But while she's like making like a fuss, one of the slime comes in and almost like gets her. And here we go. Here's where she says, thinking back, my first death was to a slime. And yeah, even though I missed the first one, where they explained they can resurrect, this one I kind of got. I was like, wait, so they can resurrect. There you go. Anyways, so they explain how, like, Senshi explains how there's a proper way to cut the slimes. He easily cuts it and it like falls apart. And he's like, it's simple if you know the composition. And he says the composition is actually more structured than humans. Inside of a slime, compared to humans, its stomach is flipped and covers the internal organs and head with digestive fluid. That's so interesting. And you can see here, we have the stomach, the kidneys, and the other stuff. Okay, and that's why he says it sends the breathing of its prey and springs into action. That's why it's easier to target if you shout in a loud voice. Okay, now he also kind of explains how to do make like a slime, like dry the slime and eat it as like something. And he has like made dried slime, and he has some previously prepared one as well. And he opens the final product, and he's like, yeah, let's add this one. And Lyle is like, isn't this quite a delicacy? And he's like, it's fine, like I'm just happy about the fact that people here are actually interested in monster cuisine. You're one of my people, like finally there's someone who understands me. And he says how he's been doing this for 10 years and stuff and all that. So yeah, he makes like a meal out of it, and we get to see this this whole scorpion, what do they call it? Huge scorpion and walking mushroom hot pot. And it's actually delicious, And obviously Marcel is listening to it, and Marcel is like, good God, I'm also hungry, I need it. So she also gets some, and she likes it, obviously. Right. Now, after they had their food, he introduces himself, Senshi. Interesting, he says Senshi means like researcher in Dwarvish, but I guess in Japanese, Senshi means warrior, doesn't it? I think so. Okay, so he kind of explains here that he needs to go and save his sister. And he explains like a dragon ate him, and he's like, Senshi's like, wait, so dragon, the red dragon. And he explains like they digest more slowly than the other monsters, so it'll be fine. And then he's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to go with you guys. And he's like, Lars is like, really? And he's like, yeah, you know what? I've always wanted to eat a red dragon. Oh, I wonder how I'll cook it. Maybe I'll make it into a steak, maybe like a ham, like a burger or something. And everyone's just looking at him. Anyways. Now, they come to the next stage in the dungeon, and this place, there's a second basement floor, and it's like, it has like, like an actual open area. Unlike the cemetery on the first basement floor, the abnormal view spreads out before them. According to academics, and you can see here that underground, this is this whole place, and then this is the spire of the golden castle, which is located deep underground. The spire of the golden castle. Interesting. Okay, you can see this place. Like, obviously it's underground, but there's a part where it's like empty, and there's like kind of like empty space. It's so interesting. Like, it doesn't explain how there's actual sky on top of them, because it is technically underground, but there is a sky. This reminds me so much of Danmachi. In Danmachi, this whole, like, the dungeon is also structured like this. There's literally sky and open areas in like the 10th floor or something like that. There's like literally like a recreational area where there's like open sky, blue, like, sky, like on trees, birds chirping, where people like kind of like go and kind of rest. Like the 10th floor in the dungeon, 10th floor underground, there's a sky inside. And it's so interesting. This is literally like that. And Chilchak also asked the question. I've always wondered about this. Do those trees not go above the ground at this height? Well, a curse made this dungeon. Yeah, that is why. Okay. Anyways, so you can see Marcel trips over here. And she's again hungry. So they're like, okay, let's make some food. But Marcel is like, please don't make something weird. Like, okay. Laios is like, big bats, giant rats, would you want to eat? And she's like, come on, at least something normal like fruits and nuts. I want something like that. Right. Anyways, since she says that, yeah, there are a lot of fruits and like stuff like that if you want to eat it. Yeah, but his version of fruits are literally man-eating fruits, like literally carnivorous like plants. So here they kind of give us a little bit of explanation of what these plants do, how they're different. So there's a flower, for example, called Baracelia, and Laios explains it mainly grows on monster trails, shooting out mucus reminiscent of spider mucus. When a creature touches the mucus, reflexively pulls them in. Yeah, so it's like a spider flower or something like that. It wraps around the thing that moves, but it doesn't digest them. It makes them into compost. That's interesting, because I guess plants do need compost. So instead of digesting them directly, makes them into compost and nourishes itself. But sometimes it uses humans for nutrients as well, doesn't it? At which Elias is like, oh, but like the vegetables we eat are also from compost if you think about it like that. Chilchak is like, it's fine. Like, I doubt there's been any people who have been just, like digested here. And, like, and no one would get eaten by a monster in a place like this. Which was obviously proven wrong a little bit later, as we see. Right, so here you can see Marcel is like, alright, let me use my magic here. However, since she's like, stop it, you moron. What are you doing? Which distracts her so much that the plant, like, gets her wrapped up. And he says, like, only take as much as you'll eat. The rule is absolute. You don't have to destroy the whole thing. And but she's been stuck, so now what should she do? Here she sees that there's actually a person who has been digested. Okay, so Laios here explains, like, wait a minute. Actually, this is a parasitic type of plant that plants seed inside your skin. And she freaks out even more. And he's like, all right, you know what? Best thing we can do is cut it from the root. So he cuts it from the root, which literally defeats the whole purpose that since she said that you shouldn't like destroy everything, take only the part that you. But I guess it was emergency, so nothing you can do about it. Anyways, so Laios is like helps her up, and he's like, how was it? Marcel's like, what are you on about? This is the shadowtail, a plant-based parasite that buries its seeds inside the skin of living creatures. And they actually show like a little diagram as how they do it. Like they put their tentacle inside the skin, and then there's like seeds in it, and it takes it out, and the seeds like remain in there. Unlike Baracelia, which is strong enough to break bones, the shadowtail needs to capture the prey without killing them, because yeah, they're literally like laying seeds inside the skin. And she says it uses a delicate balance, immobilizing the prey without making it uncomfortable. I feel like it feels good. How did you feel? And Marcel's like, dude, really? That's what you're asking me? Right. Anyways, but they get their food. They get like, and now since she's like kind of making the thing, I love how Laios had the seeds with him, and Marcel's like, give that to me, and takes it like a like burns it completely. Anyways, then she completes making this fruit tart, man eating plants fruit tart. And yeah, again, Marcel was hesitating at the beginning, but then she eats it and she's like, oh, this is good, quite tasty. And she starts explaining how good it is. And then she realizes that she's so excited about it. And then Laios is like, oh, finally, you're understanding the joy in making food from monsters. Right. Anyways, so they're like, what should we do with this dude who's dead? So they're like, oh, let's just keep him open like this, like we'll resurrect him later or something like that. They say. We don't have time to go back to the time. There you go. Want me to revive it with magic? No, there's a chance it won't work. Oh, so there's a chance it doesn't work as well. Maybe someone will take it if we leave it in the open. So ties it up. Good God, ties the guy up. Anyways, that night Marcel had a lot of nightmares about the whole thing. And yeah, you know, Laius is like, yes, finally, we're on our journey to get to eat some dungeon food and also save my sister as well. So there you go. So that's where it ended. A great beginning. And yeah, this is literally, I guess, like a cooking anime with monsters as raw materials and ingredients. So let's see how this goes. So that is it. That's my reaction to the first episode of Dungeon Meshi. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Dungeon Meshi. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.